Well, hey YouTube, Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT, your good old friend Jack. I'm back out here today at US 1409 for hopefully another activation. Now, this isn't about the activation. There's no click on and be like, oh, Jack's just activating like every other ham. I'm not. I'll leave it to my buddy Mark and Aaron. Those two guys are famous for activations, CW activations, which I like to watch. No, this is more than that today. And this is talking to you today, obviously, about a new product that I received. And I'm going to put it to the test today in a very untested environment, an untested way. So it is a product that many of you may need, many of you may want. And I'll tell you a little bit more about how this conversation started and why I'm actually testing this product out. Okay, guys, so the new product that we are testing out, and the light's going to get different because the sun's coming from right here. So this is like my best lit look. I got to see how my hat's looking. Let me hit the camera here. Front camera facing. Oh yeah, look at that hat. Huh? Yeah, it looks like. So this is the best light. When I turn, there's not as much light on this side. See that? See that magic? Magic of lighting. Okay, so my friends at Radio Oddity, I was talking to them the other day through email. We were corresponding back and forth. And I said, hey, look, I'm teaching a CW class. And, you know, they sent me the paddles. I believe it's the VK6. I hope I'll put it right here. They sent me those paddles a while back, and I did a review on those paddles. But I said, look, most of my students aren't really into electronic keying yet. They don't want to do that. They just want to be able to straight key. And they said, well, hey, Jack, why don't we send out our straight key and you can review it? I said, well, reviewing something is one thing, like showing you a product and telling you how it works. But bringing it out there to an activation and never even seeing it yet, that's the real test, right? Because when you guys buy something, you're going to get it at home. You're going to open up and be like, oh, I don't like it, right? How many times have you done that with shoes? My wife gets mad because I do it with clothing. I buy the clothing without trying it on. I get home and say, oh, it don't fit right. So same thing here. Keys are very, very personal. Keys are configured. If I'm working with a whatever key, paddle or a straight key, and I hand it to you, you may not have the same feel that I have. I like my setup very tight. We'll talk about that. But let's go ahead. We're going to have a look at the box, what's in the box. And because I haven't even opened it. I read the top of it and I'll read it to you. Okay, so let's get started with this. And then I want to get started with my activation. Got to bring my cushion over here. Oh, let's go get that now. Jack, you're making me dizzy. Quit flipping me around. Sorry, guys. It does happen when you're doing live video, right? All right. I don't know if you guys ever seen on Amazon Prime, there's a show called Clarkson's Farm. Love that show. I've been watching it lately. He has a film crew. Okay, so it's not here. Nope, wrong door. What's behind door number 2, Jack? Door number 2. There it is right there. That's what I need. Need my cushion. My wife's always like, where's the cushion off the couch? Or I mean, off the couch. Off the chair on the front porch. I'm like, well, obviously it's in my car. That's where it's at. Of course it is. Okay, so there's the box. I'll take his sweatshirt off before I activate, I think. Again, I haven't seen this thing. I mean, I've seen it obviously on their website, but so, and the reason they sent this, as I was talking, they said, well, maybe your class might like this, right? So this is the VK5 manual straight key. You can see that, probably not. It's a complete set. It includes the one VK5 manual straight key, one 3.5 millimeter stereo cable, 2 hex wrenches, 1 user manual, and 1 warranty card. Again, from our friends over at Radio Oddity. So, And this is classified as, look right here, a Zygu key. Okay, so it's the second Zygu. The paddle, I believe, again, pretty sure it's a VK6. Like I said, I'll put that in the video here. And their straight key is the VK5. Okay, let's take a look in the box, because I haven't looked yet. Okay. Jack, another silly unboxing. I'm sorry. Here's the manual. Pretty much plug it in, it's going to work. These are the warranty cards you have to fill out. Okay, keep those on hand. I don't believe, I have to read one of these. But they do warranty their products. So anybody that says they buy a Zygu product and it didn't work and they can't get no relief, buy it from Radioddity, because again, they will back you. It's a great company. I've worked with them a lot. All right, it is made in China, but it says it's China's excellence. China's excellence, okay? So it's only the best Chinese-made stuff. I'm not going to bore you with that. Here is the 3.5 millimeter cable. Looks to be, I would say, maybe 2 feet, possibly. 1.5, 2 feet, something like that. It doesn't say on the box how long it is. It just says it's a cable. Let's see. No, it doesn't say how long it is. All right. Here's those Allen wrenches they spoke about. They're right here. This is for adjusting all the tensioners. And here it is. Oh, ta-da! There it is. Look at that. Okay, look at that thing. And right here, this has, if you don't know what that is a naval knob, okay, or a Navy knob. It's kind of where it was invented. This little piece right here. Okay. The reason is, if you ever see anybody use a straight key, I might have a little session on this one time. This is not right. Okay, although that will work, your hands can get very tired. You're supposed to grip the knob, put your 2 fingers on the bottom, put your index finger on the top here, and you can actually just work it. Okay, you can work it any way you want, but you're going to hold that knob. Okay, you're not pulling up, it'll spring back up, but it just very little motion on your wrist. Okay. All right, so this is the key, the straight key I'm using today for this activation. And as I see here, they always come very loose. Okay, what I mean by that is, see how much plays in that? All right. So what I'm going to do here, I don't even know why they gave you Allen screws. I guess for that tensioner there. What I'm going to do is loosen the back here. I'm going to adjust this down a little bit. What I'll probably do, what I'd like to do is hook these to the radio and set that until it just starts beeping. Well, obviously. But you see how there's very little play? Okay, and I can already tell that the key is not moving around. It's not jumping around the table. It's very firm. I'm going to have to start getting, my wife said she has a scale. I'm going to start weighing these. It's a beautiful, beautiful key if you look at it. I mean, look at this. It's all stainless. The parts are amazing. This is actually here. This is actually a ground strap. I was told that's a grounding strap for some apparent reason to make the connection to the 3.5 millimeter jack in the back. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set it up and I'm going to plug it in to the good old G90 here and do an activation with it. I don't want to lose these. I don't need these right now. The Allen keys. Need that, don't need that. I always keep the boxes. I don't like, and even at home, I know a lot of people like to have all their keys on display, like Forrest, if you've ever seen Forrest. But they seem to become dust collectors, and I don't like dust over my keys. How do you think I need this? I think I want these in the bag, so I think that's fine. All right, I'm going to set up and try to get underway here, and maybe I'll show you it in action a little bit. Okay, guys. So if you can hear this, this is the way I like to adjust my, I really like my paddles and my straight keys to be pretty tight. So the way I do that is I loosen the main connector here, and I roll this down, listen for the tone on the radio. Then I just back it back a little bit, and I tighten the thumb screw down. So you can see here, I'm going to pull this up a little bit more here though, so it's a little bit more comfortable. That ain't where you want it. The table's a little weird. All right, so I'm gonna get underway here. I'm tuned up on 40 meters. I don't hear anybody right here right now on 7.035. I'm going to check the spot zone and see if anybody's around here. And I'm going to get underway and try to activate. All right, I don't hear anybody, so I'm going to start calling CQ, and I have to key everything. I don't have my Pico keyer set up because the Pico keyer is set up for a paddle. See how there's very little wrist action. I'm not tapping. I'm not doing that, okay? I'm actually working with the fingers here. Try to get you a little bit closer. I should have brought my close-up lens. All right. Oh, I just got spotted, so that's good. This table is really weird. I don't understand. There's no play right there. That's good. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to try to get activating here, and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, guys, so, you know, I don't like to recommend anything until I use it, obviously. And today, using this and activating the POTA in about, what did I say, 38 total minutes, I can honestly say that this is a solid key. If you're looking for a straight key, the Zygu VK5 is, like I said, it's great. It works wonderful. Couple of missed keys, but that was me. That wasn't the key. That was myself, you know, not being used to working straight keys as much as paddles anymore. But it's very solid. If you're looking for a straight key, you really can't go wrong. The price is really good. So in the description below, you will find a link for this for Radio Oddity, and also my discount code. So you'll receive 15% off of the keys. So that's a good bargain, good deal. Thanks to Radio Oddity for giving me the coupon code for the viewers. You know, I appreciate that. It's a nice way that they're giving back to you guys and allowing me to be I guess, an influencer. But again, I don't influence products until I use them, and I use this, and it's solid, and I like it. So I'll be using it more. Guys, 73s again. If you're not subscribed, why not? Click that subscribe button. I would appreciate that. And until next time, this is my ham radio journey. Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango W3CT. Your good old friend Jack. 73s. I hope to catch you on the airways. Bye for now, everybody.